Yesterday, at the Valdai Discussion Club in Sochi, President Vladimir Putin rang to congratulate Donald Trump, calling him courageous, expressing readiness for future dialogue. And this moment signals a potential reorientation in US-Russian relations, echoing past interactions between Trump and Putin and Trump's policy inclinations that leaned towards the pragmatic, albeit controversial, overtures to Moscow. "I take this opportunity to congratulate him," Putin said, showcasing not just diplomatic formality but a nod to shared resilience. And Putin lauded Trump's courage in surviving an assassination attempt, saying, "People show that they are who they are in extraordinary circumstances. This is where a person reveals himself courageously, like a man." Their meetings in Helsinki in 2018 and at the G20 in Osaka in 2019 were scrutinized heavily, emblematic of Trump's non-traditional, often polarizing approach to foreign policy. Their encounters, marked by significant US media criticism, were underscored by allegations of collusion and geopolitical maneuvering. Of course, this has huge implications for Ukraine, and Trump's re-election is perceived by Moscow as an opportunity to recalibrate American support for Kyiv. And Putin has noted in Trump's campaign the promises of expediting peace, albeit ambiguously. What Trump said in seeking to restore relations with Russia to help bring the Ukrainian crisis to an end, I think, is noteworthy, said Putin, at least, hinting at Moscow's strategic hope for US-facilitated concessions. There have been mixed reactions within the Kremlin. Some officials are cautiously optimistic that Trump might reduce US military aid to Ukraine, easing Moscow's military agenda. It would be good to reach the administrative borders of Donetsk and Luhansk by January, one anonymous official suggested, reflecting a tactical push during the transition. But yes, I think without any doubt there's going to be a drive to grab as much land as possible before Trump is inaugurated. In the very real possibility that will be the standstill of the land grab. Putin's subtle preference rhetoric during the US campaign, when he provocatively stated that Joe Biden or Kamala Harris might be preferable. This calculated comment aimed to obfuscate Kremlin interest, while political analysts implied an implicit endorsement. They inferred an implicit endorsement for Trump. But not all Moscow shares the exuberance and the enthusiasm. "I don't believe in major breakthroughs," a senior executive said, while other sources acknowledged that despite Trump's win, enduring American bipartisan hostility towards Russia could limit any real policy shifts. So while Putin sends his congratulatory remarks and positions Trump as a symbol of strength and continuity for potential Russian advantages, which must be good, whatever you think of Trump, whatever you think of Putin, whether you think Putin is dead or alive, this conversation must be good. The broader implications hinge now on how US domestic politics and Trump's interactions with NATO unfold. If he decides to leave the burden of European security to the Europeans, it would be a positive shift for us, a diplomatic source in Russia has said, underlining Kremlin's broader strategic calculus. The episode underscores the complexity of the Trump-Putin relations, marked by mutual admiration, opportunism, and sort of international chess. The world will watch closely as this diplomatic rapport potentially reinvigorates talks on Ukraine, US-Russian relations, and broader international dynamics.